Hello everyone, drberkkkaratas. How to masturbate before. I had made a video related to it. While recording the video, I mentioned that I would explain why people masturbate a lot in the upcoming slides, but we forgot to cover that. There are listeners who are paying very close attention. There are followers. You didn't explain this and we're curious about it. Indeed, the number of people who masturbate a lot these days is high. So 3 times a day, 5 times a day. There are those who do it twice a day. We can easily explain why they actually do it so much. Now, let me first show you about masturbation. Before this video, after this, is masturbation harmful? Is it risky? How should it be done? I definitely recommend you to watch that video. I mentioned such rules in that video. I even said that I wrote them down like a book because they are very important. The reason for masturbating a lot is actually doing the exact opposite of these rules. So, when these rules are not followed, really, the more a person does it, the more they want to do it, or they can become obsessed with it. What are we not doing, for example? The things we should do but don't. Once it comes to our mind, we masturbate. We're not planning it. We do it quickly. The location doesn't matter to us. We go into the bathroom. It immediately comes to our mind. We quickly masturbate with our hands, sometimes dry and sometimes with shampoo on our penis. But the goal becomes just to release. And when the first feeling of ejaculation comes, that's very important. We immediately ejaculate. Now, of course, here, the cycle of patients who ejaculate early is actually a lot of masturbation. The cycle of what has been done is the same. There's a very fine point. This is very important. Now we say that patients who ejaculate early become disinterested in sex after a while. Patients who masturbate a lot don't become disinterested in sex after a while. Instead, they want to masturbate even more. So these two are a bit different from each other. Phases. Let me explain why this is happening. Now there is a normal sexual cycle. We have some nice videos about sexual cycles. You can watch them. Now, this part of the cycle is a normal male. So a sexual stimulus is coming. The penis is entering the vagina. He is orgasming, ejaculating. This is an average duration of about 15-20 minutes. It continues like this. The duration of pleasure here is 6 to 7 minutes. And that's quite sufficient for a man. It's also sufficient for a woman. What is there in men who ejaculate early? Sexual desire and stimulation are coming. The pleasure phase is very short. He goes in for 30 seconds, 1 minute, or 2 minutes, and he ejaculates as soon as he enters. It drops very quickly like this. Now there is a partner on the other side, that too. Because he couldn't make her happy. Because this is how it goes. Men who ejaculate early, meaning those who ejaculate prematurely in a relationship, become sexually unwilling after a while. Now let's adapt this to masturbation. Technically, this is how masturbation should be. So you need to lie down on the bed and create a calm atmosphere to perform masturbation. And when the first urge to ejaculate comes, we shouldn't ejaculate. So for an average of about 20 minutes, these rules need to be followed. So if we follow this rule, we will have such a cycle, and this will give us pleasure, and we won't want this over and over again. But we went into the bathroom. Here's an example. We went into the bathroom. It suddenly came to our minds. Okay, we suddenly got excited. What happened next? We started with S. We started masturbating. We did it quickly. The goal was not to let those outside hear. You thought, I'll finish this quickly. And you ejaculated, and that was it. Look, it happened in such a short time. Yes, the body experienced pleasure. Now, since there isn't a satisfying person for masturbation, there won't be any sexual desire. Because there isn't such a person. The body decreased a lot. You experienced a very nice pleasure in a very short time. But because the duration is very short, the body will want to do this over and over again. I compare this to masturbating very quickly and ejaculating. For example, there's a chocolate in front of you. You put the chocolate in your mouth. You chew and swallow it twice. Now, you can eat that chocolate again and again as if you had never eaten it before. Obese patients also have these kinds of problems. But if you take the chocolate, break off a piece, put it in your mouth, roll it around, swallow it, then take another piece when you let it linger under your tongue. If you fully enjoy its taste, believe me, you can't eat the whole chocolate. even half of it. This is similar to that. In summary, the first reason for masturbating very frequently is not doing appropriate masturbation. The second reason is a significant decrease, but a very short-term decrease. Not doing it. The second reason is a significant decrease, but a very short-term decrease. And because it decreases in a very short time, the brain constantly wants it. And after a while, this really turns into a behavioral disorder. In sexual intercourse, early divorce is the exact opposite of what happens when the other party is happy. Because of the feelings of not being able to satisfy the other person, the person becomes it's really running away. They become sexually disinterested. I hope I was able to explain. Thank you.